Suppy versus Xigua for the last match of the night.
Yeah, I was so proud of Xigua that game. It was like he actually did everything I said.
He did everything that you said. That's why Coach Katz, 2014. Let's make it happen.
I was so happy, and then he died.
All right, well,
but, yeah, I was actually just talking to Suppy a little bit before they started this, and he knows that Xigua goes for the later gas and the later lair. So as far as I can tell, he also mentioned he also goes head first every game. So Suppy might try to go for an early pull sometimes, not this game apparently, but perhaps sometime within the series, because Xigua has gone for a head first every single game.
Yeah.
Right. So we might see some of that. I think Suppy will be playing a little bit more Ling heavy before transitioning into Muta. Kind of like hopefully meeting Xigua halfway, because Xigua seems really aggressive before the Muta transition to try to deny that third with a slightly better mineral income, even though he's going to be behind in gas and tech for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So those are all things that you can exploit in a player's playstyle, and now Xigua haven't played as many CVZs and series as he has, and Suppy doing the same. Well, I think we're going to see different players here play a little bit more to the opponent's weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, you already have a best of 3 stat in your head of how Xigua is playing. I'm actually surprised that Suppy is again going for this early pool. I was expecting him to go for the 15 hatch as well, after realizing that, Xigua always goes 15 hatch, but it's not going to happen. Fast extractor coming out here for Xigua. It's pretty standard, actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't mind Suppy opening the same way, because it's kind of reinforcing on the fact that they have been opening this the same way every single time. So if Suppy was to, go for an early pool in the next game, it would probably be completely unexpected. I mean, what are the odds that they both open the same way 5 times in a row and then they both change it for the 6th time? So I think that's what Suppy might be thinking, kind of like not telling Xigua like hey, I realize you go hedge first every game. Kind of not giving away that card.
Yeah. Well, makes sense. So far, going to be normal standard play coming out. Do you think we're going to see that really weird play that we saw from Xigua with the Evolution Chamber Roach Horn again? Or is that just like a one-trick wonder?
I mean, we didn't really see what he was planning to do with that, right? Because he reacted and went for mass lings as a response to whatever Suppy was doing that game. Yeah. But, I mean, we might see it.
I kind of felt like it was just for defense, right? Like, when you go roaches, it's very seldom that you stay on just one gas. You need at least 2 gases, I feel. One gas just feels like you will never have a killing blow. So it was just like a interesting way to defend against them instead of going banelings, and it's like, well, I can get them in case of emergencies, but it looks like we're not going to see that at all. Xigua throwing down that baneling nest. He's playing a lot more standard. What does Suppy do, though? Still no baneling nest. And the first scout is going to get in here.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. We might see an evolution chamber drop by Suppy at this point, because his baneling nest is so delayed. Evolution chamber would be late by now, though, as well. So
it's going to be a lair? No, delayed baneling nest. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he just forgot it or he felt comfortable just dropping it that late.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to have a drone mining for a little bit longer and able to produce a few more drones, like a couple more drones, before dropping the baneling nest, but that's about it. So he might be trying to get a little bit greedier, but I don't think it's ever worth it. It's, it's a little bit risky.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out as we move into the future. Let's take a look at the income tabs, just tabs overall. 33 harvests to 32, so both these players pretty similar. Suppy has the slight advantage as he was able to get his harvesters out slightly earlier. Lairs, not going to be started at all. Very interesting switch over here by Suppy, but a lot of Zerglings popping out here. And
yeah.
This is obviously in response to this upcoming attack. Great queen targeting.
Yeah, really good, and with the links too, being careful not to send all the links at once, but just 1 or 2, even if they're on the attack move, since the banelings trail up behind for being slower. So now Suppy making a lot more links before going into a lair. This is something that we were just talking about, so I think this is going to play out better, but Xigua is also delaying his lair by quite a lot.
Wow, check this out. Xigua going in for the backstab. He has Zerglings rallying all around the map to kind of sidestep this attack and just have Zergling Baneling at home to buy him enough time.
Oh, wow.
Whoa,
Great
good.
splits by Suppy.
Good
But
split,
Suppy
yeah.
doesn't have anything left behind in his base, so this is gonna be do or die for him. Unfortunately, he is making a ton of.
Oh my gosh. And the Baneling's actually not blowing up right. You normally don't want to do that, Banelings against just hatch cocoons, because you do get that rebate in your money back, even if they're killed.
Yeah, I mean, it does delay, so if I don't mind the trade in like 3 for 3, even though you actually get the money back, because it delays the Banelings a lot. It's pretty much what Suppy just did. I don't mind that trade at all. But actually, Suppy took a lot less damage than I thought.
Yeah, the Zerglings actually didn't go straight to the natural. Instead, they went over and they were just chilling right outside, which was very, very unfortunate. But now, this is a position where, let's take a look. Units tab shows 30 to 31, but 34 Zerglings to 23. Suppy has that advantage. Banelings, though, are out, and they're waddling all the way over across map. So if they can get good connections, yeah, it could turn the tides of this, but looks like that's not going to happen just yet. Again,
yeah, really unfortunate for Xigua. And Suppy's still not identifying the path that Xigua used. He should really move his overlord a little bit over to cover that ramp. But he is actually sending links there.
Yep.
And that is a luxury of having that million APM that Suppy has.
Definitely so. A lot of Banelings, though, popping out here for our Evil Geniuses player. They're going to roll into some Banelings. Good trades. Oh, no! Oh, a lot of Banelings just killed, or tried to kill a queen. That's not what you want. And now, I have to feel like Xigua is going to be able to hold this off. That was just so unfortunate for Suppy. But additional Zerglings are streaming in here, and
yeah,
this will complicate things.
He can definitely do some damage with this. How much damage he does is up to him and the control here.
Yep.
Oh, nice control by Suppy once again.
Definitely so, and it looks like he will be forced away. Units tab shows 23 to 18, so the Zergling count has kind of stabilized.
Yeah, Suppy has to commit to this though. And it's not the worst spot ever because Xigua was stacking and Suppy has no intention of doing that. So it's still going to be pretty much an even game up until Xigua can get Mutas. Whenever the Spire is done, it's kind of like a ticking clock for Suppy.
That's right.
But he still has a pretty decent window until that happens.
We'll find out. Additional Banelings are going to be morphed in here. I mean, I think Xigua has done just such a good job so far still at defending against this. And now he's going to get good connection. Oh, gosh, Suppy kind of botching that a little bit there, losing 4 Banelings.
Just a little bit, but that was actually fine. And that was really bad positioning of Spine Crawlers by Xigua. He realized it, but he realized it a little bit too late, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, had to cancel. And now Xigua against the ropes right now. He can't really tech to his mutas because he's probably not going to get there. Zergling's just flooding into the natural base. There's a single queen over here to defend. The other queen already died. Zergling's still ravaging the base. The second queen will go down here, so that means no injects. You know, in a minute, you're going to see a big larva dump, or excuse me, not a larva dump, but a larva advantage for Suppy. And gosh, okay, that was good. That was really good. However, future Banelings might be a complication, but there are Banelings for himself. Suppy, can he do the damage that he needs to do? 2 meters out on the way. That can stabilize our Chinese player. Oh,
yeah,
not
pretty much so. He really needs to kill a little bit more. Suppy does.
I think so. As Banelings will try to trade. Nah, it's okay. Still taking out another queen here. It might be able to kill this hatchery. First muta will pop out onto the field. Will it be enough, though? It's not a lot of damage that 2 mutas actually do. A third muta on the way right now. 16 Zerglings on the way as well.
Yeah, if the muta count gets any higher, like say 5 or 6, it's going to start getting really tough for Suppy.
Yeah.
He is taking a third, and I like that. Maybe stop mining gas would be a good idea right now for Suppy if he's going to try to get any sort of an economic lead. Because he's not going to catch up in tech anytime soon.
Yeah. Definitely so. He just needs to splurge on spore crawlers and stuff like that. But Zergling's still trickling in. Let's take a look at the damage. Workers lost. Wow! Workers killed only 6. I'm very surprised by that. 29 to 27 harvesters. I expected there to be a huge gap in economy. Cats, that doesn't exist at all. So tell me, how does Xigua actually go from here? Can he put on pressure? Can he do damage with his muta advantage?
Yeah, Xigua should have been happy to 9 the third, but also at the same time, if Suppy has continued to make lings, it's a little bit of a gamble, and Suppy has continued to make lings. So Xigua, I guess, is gonna be happy just standing back, knowing that he didn't lose that many drones.
Well, he does have a lot of mutas out here, but no Zerglings on the low ground. Where are they? He doesn't have any. So they're all in production right now. Queen getting into a good position. Drones trying to block as best as possible to hold position will kind of stop a lot of this from happening. Queen goes down, and unfortunately, Xigua wanted to drone up instead of going Zerglings, and loses a lot because of that. Let's take a look. 7 more workers have been killed from that one fight. Now finally Xigua saying, okay, I gotta stabilize. Let's throw down some banelings, get more Zerglings.
Exactly.
That's what he should have done to begin with, though.
Yeah, now he's making a baneling. I think a baneling or two might have been enough. It was weird because his muta were positioned, kind of like saying, okay, I'm not gonna take any damage from you, but then, you know, like one baneling could have done wonders for him, and this one baneling is gonna definitely do his job.
It looks like half the Zerglings actually died there. But they get
that was a lot
base.
of Zerglings.
Main base, though, still going to be ravaged, and the Queen yet again dies. He injects with his last breath, but it does not matter. I'm sorry. You're right. Suppy able to maintain this. Now, the supplies look pretty close here, but that's pretty deceiving. If we look, I mean, you still have the third hatchery up here. What is this? This is a roach warren on the way, lair on the way. I mean, basically Xigua just hasn't been able to stabilize just yet. Once he does, though, he will be able to drone up a lot more than Suppy, because Suppy obviously doesn't have the means to properly defend against mutas that could be anywhere on the map. And I think if Suppy lets this go, Xigua will start to catch up, and there he is already, 69 supply to 63. Income tab shows 42 to 40, so...
yeah, funnily enough...
Whose position do you like better?
I like Suppy better. You know, he's been mining more minerals this entire time, even though they're in similar drone counts. And he's pretty well positioned with the queens, lings, and mainlings. He's not going to be broken down or broken anytime soon. So his third economy is just going to be, even though they have like a similar amount of workers or the same exact amount of workers, his third economy, he's taking much more advantage of that. And mutas, you know, are great at harassing, but there's no more overlords to be picked off from the map. There's no third to deny because it's already well established. He already has the queens, which are, you know, pretty good for 2 supply, so that can be a little bit deceiving. And they have like full energy, so I really like Suppy's position better.
Yeah, it does look like Suppy is going to maintain this lead now with roaches out, and Xigua switching over to roaches as well. I mean, with those queens, not only as you were talking about with the transfuse and roaches, you're able to do so much more than what you normally are doing with just straight up roaches. It looks like Suppy's just going to make his way across the map. He's not even going to care. Spread creep tumors and just go. And this is going to be scary.
It is going to be scary, but I'm not sure it's the right call by Suppy. I don't know. This is pretty much all in.
Yeah.
And I don't think he needs to all in right now. But
he's pretty far ahead, though, right?
Yeah. I guess he is, but like for the same reason, I feel like just waiting a little bit longer would give him an even bigger lead. Because right now they're equalized in drones, pretty much. If Xigua somehow holds this, he's gonna be slightly ahead with the map control that he is given, I suppose.
There's a good 20 transfuses here, it feels like.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Suppy to lose this engagement. But Xigua is definitely doing the right thing in trying to not engage this army until all of his units have popped out.
But there it is.
Great positioning for Suppy.
Now, +1 will finish for Xigua, but is it going to be enough? That's the big question. Unit tab is showing 34 roaches to 21, so there's a severe advantage. Now, constant transfuses on this one queen will keep it alive and tanking while the roaches are just incinerated by these acid spores. Moving a little bit further, drones get pulled offline, but it's not going to be enough. Suppy is able to take Aklon Waste yet again. Xigua tops out. Great display from our Evil Geniuses player, our North American player.